I wanted to share with you my newborn essentials. So I just want to throw a disclaimer that basically one mom's essentials might not be another mom's. Also, every baby is different, and I'm sure for my next baby I'll need a ton more stuff, or maybe I'll need less stuff than I did for Annabelle. So yeah, keep that in mind too. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the essentials. So the very first thing is kind of a random, and I didn't really realize I needed this until I purchased one and was like, why didn't I buy this in the first place? But it's basically a changing table. So for the first like month of her life, I would basically just change all her dirty diapers. I know this is gross, but I feel like this is a lot of moms, so I'm not really ashamed of it. But I would either change her dirty diapers well, basically I would just change her on my bed, which I know is weird, but when you are basically like confined to your bedroom, at least I was, and sometimes still am, you spend a lot of time breastfeeding, like way more than you will ever like imagine in your life. You are sitting on your bed or in your glider or rocker or on your couch or wherever you are. You're basically sitting a lot, and for me that was in my bedroom. So I would just change her on my bed, and obviously like the bigger the baby grows, the more, I know this is gross, but like the more poo you have to deal with, and it was just getting kind of like out of control. So I didn't want her to have an accident on my bed, even though I did put like a towel or a changing mat down sometimes. So I ended up getting this changing table. It's from Jenny Lind, and I got it on Amazon Prime. It's so good. It's really affordable. I love it. It's the best quality ever. I will link it below. And it's right next to my bed, and I just feel like it's very convenient. It's also just useful for the middle of the night feeding. Since she does sleep with us in our room, I can just quickly, or Doug can just get up and change her on the changing table. We have all the wipes ready, all the diapers ready. We don't have to like look around or get like a changing mat to put on the bed. Everything is just there. So I find the changing table to be a complete necessity, and I should have gotten that from the beginning. The second thing is either like a bassinet or a Diaper, or if you're going to bed share, whatever you want to do. I have no opinion on it, honestly. Or if you're just gonna put your baby straight into their crib, which is right here next to me. We actually, I don't know, I feel like it's different from baby to baby. One baby might hate her crib, or she might hate the Diaper or hate the bassinet. So you might just try different things. She might like the rock and play or something like that. So it does depend. So I would highly recommend making sure that you buy your bassinet or whatever right before your baby's born, just so you're in that like 30-day return period, because we spent a pretty penny on the Halo bassinet, and we tried to put her in that bassinet because I did not necessarily want to bed share with her right away. And she hated it. Like, she screamed and screamed, and I was dealing with a lot of postpartum emotions. I just could not handle her crying, especially being like a new mom, and yeah, just emotions are up in the air, so I could not handle her crying. So I didn't want to deal with the bassinet and trying to like train her right away. Maybe that'll come and bite me in the butt later, but I don't regret it. So we actually ended up returning the Halo bassinet. I also found that it was just very bulky, and as much as it swivels and gets out of your way, I didn't like it, but that's my own personal preference. I know a ton of moms love it. So we actually ended up just using the Diaper, which I love, and I have like my first impression video, so I will link that one below if you guys want to see all the specs and all that on the Diaper. It is expensive, but I feel like it is worth it because you can bring it with you if you're traveling, or if you're going to the grandparents' house and you want to put your baby somewhere to where she's not going to roll off the bed, and you don't always want to bring like a pack and play with you. I really like it, so yeah, I would highly recommend buying something like that. Or if you did just want to stick to the crib or whatever, and making sure you do it within the return policy like guidelines. So the next thing that we swear by are the onesies that zip. So people don't really talk about this. They always just say get onesies depending on if your baby's born in the winter or the summer, get like long sleeve ones or short sleeve ones. But after using all the onesies and clothing that was given to me for my baby shower, for the first, especially like the first month is like the hardest, I feel, and you don't want to have to deal with buttons when your baby is crying their eyes out, and you don't want to have to deal with like a bunch of cute little frilly things. You just want something super quick and easy, especially since it's just you and your baby. At least in my opinion, I don't really care so much the first month about how cute like her outfit, how cute her outfit is. I just want something that's really effective and quick. So I love the ones that zip all the way from her foot to like her neck. It's super easy, and I will link some of my favorites below. The next thing I love are swaddles or sleep sacks. The first one I like is the Love to Dream. I will link that one below. It's so easy. It just zips all the way to the top, and it's nice for the summertime. We've actually been using that more and more because it's really light material, makes them feel like they're in the womb. So swaddles are definitely a must. The next thing that like seriously saved us are burp cloths, because they do burp up a lot, and she still is obviously like drooling and burping up. So you need a ton of these, and yeah, I just like the ones, I forget the brand, but I will link it below. Just like the regular square ones, they don't have to be any special brand. I know a lot of people swear by like the expensive swaddles, the expensive burp cloths, but in my opinion, I just don't think it's necessary. You just need something to wipe away their spit up or drool. So yeah, I just get the ones on Amazon because they are really affordable and you can just get them shipped to your house within like 2 days. The next thing that we use a ton are blankets. I feel like this one's kind of like a given, but you don't realize like how many blankets you need. You need like a blanket to put on them in the car. You need one just to like wrap them up in. She was born in the winter time, so we always were using blankets, and I will link below a few of the ones that I like. This one's actually one of my favorites. It's from Cozy Frog, and she has like a Facebook page, and I do have a coupon code for you guys to get something off. So yeah, check that out because you can choose the pattern, the color, like the texture, the fabric, and everything like that. So yeah, I love this one. And the other ones I like are from Etsy, which are super cute because they can also be personalized with your baby's name, and you can choose the size and the thickness of the blanket, so that is nice as well. The other thing that I love and that I was told to not get, and then I got it because I just had a feeling that I would need it, and I'm so happy I did, but it's basically a diaper pail. I think we have like the Uber diaper pail or something, or Ubi or something, but I'll link it below, and it is a lifesaver. We actually keep it in our bedroom, which I know sounds gross, but I swear you cannot smell anything from this diaper pail. It's amazing, and it really does like compress the smell. You can't smell anything, and I would highly recommend it. We actually don't use any creams or lotions on Annabelle. I just find that it's unnecessary. She doesn't have eczema or anything like that. At least she doesn't right now, so I don't really want to put any kind of unnecessary creams on her. She hasn't gotten diaper rash, so I haven't used anything like that. So I can't really speak to any particular creams being necessary. The other things as far as like products like lotions and stuff that we do use, we use obviously like bath stuff. So you need bath soaps, you need a little baby bath. The other thing that you will need is gentle laundry detergent. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how important this is. I know this is, I don't know, I feel like everything's controversial, but some moms are like, you need the gentle stuff free of chemicals, blah, blah, blah. But I accidentally washed her stuff in our load, or actually Doug actually washed her stuff in our load, and she hasn't had any irritation to regular detergent. I would start out using the gentle, like the chemical free stuff, because it is obviously better, and you don't want to take any risk because newborns can tend to have a lot of skin reactions and things like that. The other thing that is pretty much like my #1 holy grail is the boppy. The boppy is a necessity. I know a lot of people use like my breast friend, I think it's called, or a lot of other kinds of pillows. I haven't tried any of those, but I love the boppy. I don't nurse without it. I always go around the house and find where it is before I nurse because it's so easy. It makes it so where you can almost have like hands-free. At least after the first month, I was able to breastfeed hands-free just because she's already elevated up to like your boob, so you don't have to constantly be holding her to you. And yeah, I really like it because you can still do like a bunch of different positions with it. You can put her in like the football hold with the boppy. You can put her in the cross cradle. So you can use the boppy and do a lot of different positions, and it does help with breastfeeding in my opinion. And I did get my boppy cover from Kate and Lane, which is so cute. They have the cutest style, so I will link that below because I know I'll get questions on that. The other thing you need are baby nail clippers because their nails do get long. Somebody actually commented, why are you clipping your baby's nails? But you've obviously, I mean, this sounds harsh, but you've probably never had a baby because if you don't know, their nails get so long that they can just claw their face. They can put a big old scratch in their eye. Like, it is crazy. I think I have to clip her nails every other day just to keep them at a nice length to where she's not scratching herself, because especially when they're newborns, they don't like have awareness of their hands. So they're like, just when they get hungry, they scratch themselves, and it's just crazy. So yeah, get a good pair of baby nail clippers. I will link the ones that I use below. I actually like prefer nail clippers. I know a lot of you guys are scared because you're afraid you're gonna cut your baby's finger, so you use nail files. I tried a nail file, it takes way too long, and I don't know if it's like, I don't know, Doug cannot use nail clippers because I swear he will cut her finger, but I think it's because he doesn't have as good vision as me, and he's also really nervous, so he's like almost shaking, like cutting her nail. So I think if you're just confident, I guess have good vision, I don't really see that I'm ever gonna cut her finger, knock on wood. So yeah, I will link below the ones I use. I got them from Amazon. Also, you need a baby thermometer, which I also got from Amazon. It's just the one that you put on their forehead, and a baby first aid kit. The other thing you obviously need is a car seat. You don't necessarily need a stroller, but in my opinion, it is a necessity if you ever want to get out of the house, because once they get to like 10 pounds, or if your baby's already born at 10 pounds, it is really heavy and awkward to carry the baby and the car seat everywhere. It just gets crazy. So yeah, you definitely want a car seat and a stroller in my opinion, and I will do a separate video if you guys want. Just comment below. I have the UPPAbaby Mesa and the UPPAbaby Cruise strollers, and I swear by them. I love it. It is so easy and it's really lightweight. It was a pretty penny. It was one thing that I splurged on, but I know I was gonna use it for probably my second, and if I have a third kid, I don't know. But I will use it for my next kid, so I would recommend getting a good quality one, and I will do a video if you guys want that. The next thing that I didn't necessarily invest in, and I kind of regret, is a baby swing. So we actually registered for our baby registry for the Rock and Play, and just to give you guys a huge disclaimer, the Rock and Play comes in two versions. One is the kind that is a manual rocker, which is pointless, which is the one we have. So you have to sit there and rock it with your hand or your foot, and the other one is an automatic one. I think you just press a button and it rocks for you. So I would get the automatic one because you do not want to have to hassle with rocking it with your hand. It's just a nightmare. You can never leave your baby, which I basically never left her for the first month. I couldn't step away for anything because I didn't have a swing. So yeah, get a swing that goes side to side or any kind of swing that you prefer. I'm probably gonna get the Graco swing because a lot of you guys have said that that one is really good. So I'm actually about to purchase that on Bye Bye Baby right now. So yeah, definitely get a swing because I think that is a necessity. So that is basically it for this video. If you guys have any products that I missed that you swear by, I tried to think of everything, but I know I'm sure I missed some things. Go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up below and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I will see you guys next time.